Overnight flooding forces the evacuation of a Lycoming County village. Today is Monday, July 14th, and this is 570 News on the Go, brought to you in part by NorthCentralPA.com. Showers and thunderstorms likely today, a high in the mid-80s. A significant amount of rain fell to the north of Lycoming County, prompting officials to issue a flash flood warning for southeastern Lycoming County overnight. Those living near creeks were advised to be prepared for rising waters. Late last night, Muncie Creek was rising at a rate of 1.5 feet every 15 minutes, as between 2 to 4 inches of rain had fallen from thunderstorms. Early this morning, local law enforcement reported flooding of Muncie Creek in areas along Route 220 from near Nordmont downstream to Picture Rocks. Multiple major mudslides occurred along Route 220 from Glenmar to the Sullivan County line. The entire town of Glenmar was evacuated and numerous water rescues took place. Flooding has also occurred along Fishing Creek near Benton. Several roads in the area remain closed today due to flooding, and road closure details can be found on 511 PA. A 12-year-old girl was killed in a weekend UTV accident. The Daily Item reports the fatal accident occurred Saturday evening on a trail near Ash Road in Shamokin Township. The name of the victim has not been released. Authorities have released the name of the man killed last weekend in an accident involving a horse and buggy at the Center and Clinton County line. The crash victim was 18-year-old Daniel Yoder of Rebersburg, who succumbed to multiple blunt force trauma injuries at UPMC Williamsport. The open buggy Yoder was riding in was hit from behind, ejecting him and another occupant. The horse fled the scene with the buggy still attached and was later safely secured by bystanders near the Bald Eagle State Park. That crash on July 5th occurred in the area of Sayers Dam Road and North Eagle Valley Road near the Bald Eagle State Park. Another person was injured in the accident, but their condition is not known. All human trafficking charges against the Williamsport man have been vacated. In February, 31-year-old Alan Frazier was found guilty of numerous charges for allegedly attempting to trade drugs, money, and other goods in exchange for sexual favors from two victims, aged 12 and 16. The Sun-Gazette reports Frazier will receive a new trial after it came to light the prosecuting attorney was married to an expert witness who testified in the February trial. Frazier remains jailed in the Lycoming County prison. A Lock Haven man will spend time in state prison for sexually assaulting a teenager. 21-year-old Tyler Grimm was handed a term of 13 months to 9 years after being charged with statutory sexual assault and corruption of minors. Grimm allegedly told the 14-year-old victim that he was 17 years old when they began talking on Snapchat in January. The conversations eventually became sexual, and the two met up at Memorial Park in Castania Township in March. In addition to jail time, Grimm must pay a fine of $1,000. A suspended Penn State fraternity is now facing additional criminal charges for hazing. The Lambda chapter of Phi Beta Sigma was charged last week with one misdemeanor count of conspiracy to commit organizational hazing. Fraternity pledges were punched in the chest, hit with paddles, and isolated. The crime of organizational hazing, also known as the Timothy Piazza anti-hazing law, is named for the Penn State sophomore who died after an alcohol-fueled fraternity initiation. StateCollege.com reports Phi Beta Sigma appears to be the first Penn State fraternity to be charged under the Piazza law. And plans continue to move forward for a potential Scranton to New York City train route. Spotlight PA reports one regional leader is estimating that it will be in the final engineering phase next year. For the latest in news and events, head on over to NorthCentralPA.com. I'm Liz Brady, and you're up to date with 570 News on the Go.